Hello, and welcome to something different. I actually found my old Minecraft world. Mangs and I were talking about Minecraft for some reason the other day, and I remembered, yeah, I used to play a lot of Minecraft, and I had this. It started as a survival world, and then kind of just evolved into creative, because I liked building more than the other stuff. So I looked around on all my hard drives, and I finally found the the latest backup I had of the world. I had some older backups too, but this one seems to be the latest. So here's the humble spawn zone with a road leading to the rest of the stuff. Now this actually started out as a multiplayer server run by my friend Jacob back in Minecraft beta, so it's quite old. And much of all the stuff you see here is stuff I've built later. I'm using the Conquest texture pack, by the way, and Optifine and some shaders. And as you can see from these kind of ghetto looking streetlights, this was before we had anything like lanterns and stuff like that. So this was actually a desert biome to begin with, and my friend had this huge tower standing like right around here, kind of based on Saruman's tower from Lord of the Rings. Of course, it wasn't as tall as it would be if you built it today, because Minecraft used to have a really limiting maximum build height. I think it was like max 64 blocks from sea level. So this used to be a desert. A while after we got into building in creative, I started using plugins such as, what's it called, Voxel Sniper, and kind of like a world edit thing. Because Minecraft used to have some really lame world generation thing, where if the game was patched, and it used to be patched a lot more often back then than it is now, and you loaded back in and you went to explore a new chunk, the game kind of wouldn't remember what kind of chunks were the ones next to it. So it would have this really abrupt line. So it looked like a mountain was just cut in half and then suddenly you had an ocean. And it looked kind of ugly, so we started using Optifine to correct the terrain, so to speak. And also it made it much easier to build big stuff, such as walls, because you could copy paste. So this was like some of the latest stuff I built. And you see here, this was just after I started using the Conquest texture pack, and I was just kind of checking out how the different blocks looked. Because this is these roof tiles. I think it's actually wool or something. Of course, now in Minecraft you have tons of new blocks that have been added since I stopped playing, and I do want to start playing again, because you have tons of different rocks and what's it called, deep slate and stuff. And this was a proof of concept on making a ship. I did get into using the Conquest Reforged mod too, but I'm not gonna go through with everything to get that old world working again. So again, this used to be a desert. I converted it, and I'm kind of just building a town. And this temple thing used to be located a little bit further back there, but I moved it because I wanted to build something else there, and you're gonna see that later. And it's also been, I also think I copied it and moved it to a winter biome way up there somewhere, because the plan was to just remove it again I don't think it fits the city, and just build more other types of buildings. So I'm just gonna show you some of the stuff I've built here, because it's quite fun for me to go back and look at what I've built. I think I used a tiny bit different version of this texture pack, so the windows looked different back when I built it. They had like a connected texture, so you had like it kind of looked like an arch, the windows. And you see here lots of columns. Been going for kind of like a medieval, classical, Renaissance mix of those kind of building styles. Nothing modern, of course. So this was supposed to be the city square. I didn't get around to building more stalls and stuff here. And this was also one of the latest buildings I made. This was just after the armor stands were added to the game, so I kind of used them as statues. And here we come to the harbor area. There's so much to see, it's kind of hard for me to choose what to show you first. And again, it's kind of empty. I'm kind of like, whenever something is almost finished, I just feel like, I'm gonna go on to something else rather than adding more details. So here we have some ships. A big, like, fifth rate ship of the line, kind of based on the USS Constitution. And yeah, you can see the hull shape under the water. Of course, now there's been an update a while back that improved how water interacts with like non-standard shaped blocks, such as stairs and stuff like that. So if I were to go back and build it, I could use more different kind of blocks to get a better hull shape. Although this is not bad, actually. And here's a like cargo ship transporting like marble columns to the city. They are obviously not like mined locally, so they have to be transported by sea. And here's maybe like an admiral's house next to the port. And did I start building something over here? I think I did. No, that was in Conquest Reforged, because I did make another copy of this this world, and I started using a mod called Conquest Reforged, which adds, I think it's literally thousands of new blocks and lots of variation to what you can build. So I started building a new castle here, and that was just before I stopped playing altogether. I think I kind of got a little bit burnt out from all the building. Anyway, nice little bridge design here. I do think of maybe going back to playing Minecraft, but I don't think I'm gonna play... oh yeah, here's those windows I was talking about. So this is the right mod. No, texture pack. Or is it? No, these are different again. Let's see if I can make it into... set. Okay. So yeah, that's how you do it. And did I build interiors for this house? Oh, here's one of my dogs. Hi, you missed me? Yeah, it's been like 4 years. So here's all the cool stuff you get with connected textures and Optifine. And yeah, I had this kind of cool like roof design. How did that look like on the floor above? Oh yeah, cool. So let's keep going. Let's not be distracted by a single house. Again, here's like the harbor with like a crane and warehouse stuff and things like that, and more empty space where I was planning to build stuff but never got around to it. So I do feel like just going back to building more in this world in creative, or maybe just starting a survival world. Maybe that would be cool. Here's my cannon design. I think I could make something that looks better with the new blocks added to the game in the later mods. And here's like a gatehouse. And okay, yeah, I built something here too. Not completely finished, it looks like. But this was supposed to be like the mayor's villa or governor's mansion or something like that. Not completely finished, but almost. And here's where that temple used to stand. So I tore it down and built something that would fit in more with like the surrounding castles. And this was not built block by block, by the way. I was using Voxel Sniper to copy and paste sections to make things a little bit easier on myself. More unfinished stuff here. I think this could look cool if it was like a little bit taller and with like a dome-shaped roof. A little bit like that. So this area used to be a mountain, by the way, and it was while we were still playing in survival mode, it was just gradually being carved out and turned into a castle. So I just finished that job in creative, and but this ship here was actually built completely in survival mode. Although I did go back and touch it up a bit with different types of blocks. Because back in the day you only had oak planks. Like all kinds of wood just turned into one type of plank. So yeah, this was all built in survival, and you will not believe how many times I've drowned trying to build underwater in survival mode. But I got the job done, and the result is not too bad, I think. Kind of like not based on a realistic design like the USS Constitution replica you saw. More of a like a fantasy pirate ship with the captain's cabin here, and I'm not sure. Yeah, I was probably using some kind of different version of the texture pack, which made these blocks look like something else. And again you have broken door, decks underwater, we are no, we are still not under the water line. Water line is just there. But there are more decks under here. Here with rocks as ballast. And a not sure what's going on with the like glowing texture on these iron bars. But yeah, we have prisoners here. And this is all underwater. Where did I? Oh. And a like, I think this was supposed to be like a cargo hold. Yeah, there's another stair down. And one stair up to the bow section. So you would have, I didn't build it here, but presumably like a toilet or something out in this beak section. So again, this is a design that could be improved upon vastly in modern Minecraft, even without any mods. So here's, let's take a look at this huge. Actually, we're gonna save that castle for last. Let's just fly around a bit. And my old starter base used to be on kind of like a floating island here, but it was kind of cheesy looking, so I tore it down and built a castle. So here's a village, and if the game crashes now, it's because of all the villagers that I spawned in some of them, and they just multiplied like crazy, and there are like 1 billion villagers and 1 million iron golems just roaming around here. So if the game crashes, that is why. And again, this used to be a multiplayer server, so my sister, I let her on and she built this. Again, I'm not a fan of like modernist design. And this is loosely based on a one of the Age of Empires 2 castle designs. Not one of the ones you build, but I think from the single player campaign. I just found it on Google Images while searching for Age of Empires things to build, such as an archery range, a trebuchet. Again, this could be improved upon. A barracks. And I think there are a couple more around in this village here. And again, this could look so much better if it was built today with like stripped logs instead of these, I think it's jungle wood. And the different kinds of colored clay and stuff like that. Because, yeah, this is wool. This was from back when you had to use wool to simulate like whitewashed clay for Tudor style building. And this was quite funny. My friend Jacob and I built a brothel. This was back in like 2011 or something. So I think, yeah, the first season of Game of Thrones was just out. Back when that show used to be good. And we had spawned in some. There was like a. Before villagers were added, you had an NPC mod that you could use, and you could load in NPCs. They would just stand around, but you could have them kind of like trigger them to talk and stuff. Not sure why this is dirt slabs. Let's make it day again. Again, I built this a long time ago and using a different texture pack. So here's, I think this was supposed to be the bank. Kind of like a castle design. The Bank of Kosk. Here's more like I think it's supposed to be like a hotel or residential building, and more city walls, and a factory with cobwebs as smoke. Now you can have actual smoke in Minecraft with the campfires or whatever they are called. And here's a like a river with some small boats. Okay, so I think this version of the texture pack I'm using now has converted wooden slabs into dirt slabs for some reason. I could probably fix that. So, and here's like a water powered mill or something. And this, yeah, a bakery. Okay, and these are also some kind of wooden slabs, I guess, just turned into something else. Never mind that, it's just a texture thing. So let's keep flying. I've got such sights to show you. Now let's go over here first. And I was experimenting with kind of a slightly different build style, with more of an early medieval, like Dark Ages kind of style. And here's a huge windmill and a huge wheat field. Oh, and I had completely forgotten about this. So yeah, this was also one of the early castles. Yeah, this was actually built over there, where the main castle is now. And this was built in mostly in survival. Well, it was built in survival, and I wanted to tear it down and build something nicer over where the main castle is now. But I didn't want to like just delete my hard work, so I copied it over here, and I just touched it up in creative mode, because it was all like kind of halfway integrated into a mountainside, so some changes had to be made. So I think, yeah, I think there's like my old feast hall in here. Yeah. And again, a lot of villagers have just spawned in here. And you can hear them moaning and stuff. Okay, and here's the southern harbor area. And this was built as a normal... actually, yeah, I'm gonna show you what that was originally first. So that started out as this ship under construction, which I then thought, hey, that can actually be made into a kind of cool looking ship. So I copied it over into the water, added just like filled in the gaps to make it a fully floating launched ship that's not quite finished. It's still being fitted out, hasn't received the mast and stuff yet. And I was like, hey, what the heck, just copied it over again into the air, added a huge like air balloon, and voila, you got an airship. And here's a default Minecraft village. I think I touched it up a little bit where the auto-generated things didn't make sense. and added some like wooden stumps here, so it looks like someone have been chopping down wood to build ships, which would make sense. And here's yeah, I think this is based on an Age of Empires 2 dock. So you have a cargo ship docked here, and some houses I just wanted to build kind of integrated into this cliff face here. And here's another ship. It doesn't look quite finished, but it's like loosely based on a 18th century, like Napoleonic age, third-rate ship of the line. And let's just keep flying. I think I have another ship here. Yes. Again, these ships were not built in survival mode. With like a little floating dock here. And let's head inside. It's kind of empty. Yeah, you have these huge guns here. I think I could make better looking guns now, perhaps, with different types of blocks. Let's see. Yeah, I did decorate the cabins, but again, the changes to the texture pack has done some stuff to some of the textures, like made them into, I don't know what this is supposed to look like even. Now let's just finish this off by flying down back to the main castle, and I can give you a tour of that. So here's another wall. I did like building walls. Again, most of these structures are not, they do not have any like cool interiors. I'm more of a person who would just like, I'm gonna build a huge thing and then just leave it alone when it's almost finished, and then go build something else. And yeah, a library, again based on an Age of Empires 2 university. So it has lots of books inside, but not much else. Yeah, Minecraft is actually a very good looking game when you have shaders on like this. And this was, yeah, one of the churches of Adam Sandler. That was like a meme we had. Like Adam Sandler worship. That was the religion of this world. Another like underground library. Well, it goes underground, I think, if I can remember. I think this is the way down. Then you have a secret underwater tunnel. Okay, this is quite trippy. do we come up from this? I don't even know where I am now. I assume there's a way up. There we are. Should I make it day again? So yeah, that tunnel leads up to here. And this was, I think, a sauna. Yeah. You have glass, and then water on top of the glass, and then fire underneath the glass. You would actually just be boiled alive, I think, rather than having a warm, cozy bath. Was this where I just came from? Oh yeah, here's the second church of Adam Sandler. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the sun again. Just gonna give you a look at how it looks when it rains with this shader pack, because it's quite atmospheric. Now, how do I get into the church? Again, it's been a while. Not here. And again, textures are kind of funky. I assume I did build a door somewhere, but I don't remember. Oh yeah. Obviously not the main entrance. Obviously not. Let's just break the glass. And again, not completely finished. So yeah, here's like the entrance into the chapel. But how do you get into here? I've gotten lost and confused in my own castle. So yeah, most of the interiors are quite empty. But at least here you have some kind of a carpet design. And with a what's it called? Yeah, a beacon. This actually resembles some kind of a interior. Well, at least there are rooms, but the rooms themselves don't have an interior. And I think I used like red clay for the walls, but those have been turned into some kind of roof tile with this texture pack. And yeah, I think this was the last part of the castle that I built. So again, I don't think any of the rooms have interiors. Okay, let's break the glass again. And yeah, I think these blocks looked a little bit different with the texture pack I had when I built it. So it was supposed to look a little bit more like grand and luxurious. And we have stairs down. Here's like the entry hall with like magical floating glow globes. Ah, my diamond armored horse is still here. And some more defensive structures. Gatehouse. And another gatehouse. So you have one gate here with like what's it called? Like the thing that goes down, a portcullis. And another one here. And I think I kind of tried to make like a mechanism to operate it. Let's take a look. Did I make a mechanism? Well, kind of. As good as I could in Minecraft. So it's like a double layered, and I think I actually took good care in making sure that it would not connect to any of the blocks next to it by using carefully using stair blocks, just with the flat part facing out towards this. But I think it was modded so that these fences now connect to stair blocks as well. So that, well, it's a minor detail. It doesn't matter. And then in front of that gatehouse, you have a drawbridge. So that's like 3 defensive layers. So first you have a drawbridge. If they breach that, they have to get into this like kill zone here. And did I put murder holes in under this bridge? I don't think I did. But here I did. Yeah, here's a murder hole. Just drop some like boiling oil or something down on them. And you have as many enemies as possible just locked into this kill zone. At least that was my plan with this defense. Let's just fly around in the rain and just hope the game doesn't crash. Because even on a new computer such as mine, when you have shaders and all these effects going on, yeah, Minecraft can be quite demanding. And again, some kind of a house or hotel, maybe temple, I don't know. I just build them. I don't know what they're supposed to be. yeah, I was trying like different designs of townhouses, where you have this like facade towards the main street. So this was supposed to be like the style guide for this part of town. And yeah, this was originally a desert biome, so even though it's actually raining, it's not actually raining, because it's a desert. And it doesn't rain in the desert, it just gets kind of foggy. And this was, I think, supposed to be like the city hall, or maybe that was supposed to be, or this one maybe a hotel or of some kind. And again, a city gate out towards the harbor. And yeah, I built another like coastal fortress over here. More guns protecting the city. Not sure which block I used here. There. Get some sunshine again. And another gun battery out towards the ocean. Lighthouse. And barracks. And I think this is it. I think that's pretty much all of it. Well, there are probably a couple of like minor structures scattered around this world. I did explore a lot of it, so it's actually quite huge. And part of me wanted to go back and build more in this world, but I also want to kind of just start over with all the new blocks, because I would have a lot of work ahead of me just updating the stuff I've already built. So yeah. Oh, and yes, I did love building like bridges such as these. Kind of cool build design. Another gun battery. Could probably use another battery on this corner as well, because this part of the wall seems kind of lightly defended. Oh yeah, I built interiors to the walls too, didn't I? Like archery sleds. I guess I didn't do it for all of them. But they were all supposed to be kind of like this one. Anyway, that's it for now. if you would like to see some more Minecraft, then maybe I can start playing a little bit again. Well, I kind of have. I did play a little bit of survival mode last night. But if you would want to see me do some more like creative stuff, I don't think I would like record while playing, because that would yeah, would be a lot of time and not much like happening. But I could just build a little bit, record a little bit, build a little bit, and record some more, and or maybe find how those Minecraft YouTubers make their time lapses with some kind of a external recording mod. Maybe that could work. So yeah, just comment below what you want to see, if anything, or if I should just stick with what I'm already doing. So goodbye, and take care.